What's up, everybody? It's your boy Walkie Mandu. Welcome back to Wrench Trench Garage. Well, today it's kind of a little heartfelt for me today. Just to get you up to speed on what's been going on. The next video, the video that you've seen previously, or that I'm actually editing right now to put up, you're gonna see that I did a few musical cars, things like that. But just to give you a little bit more, the problem that I had with the BMW isn't what I thought it was. So there's some coolant lines that are right up under the intake manifold that are leaking, and they're a bear to get to. And I did let my neighbor know that we said we'll hash out something about getting that fixed. I went ahead and ordered the parts. First of all, thank all the people who watched the channel. I know, like, you know, it's not a big channel at all, not monetized. I can't, you know, I don't make any money off of this stuff, so I just kind of like doing it, and it's cool to kind of try to help people out the best I can with the knowledge that I have. You know, just try to provide tips and tricks, and just hopefully kind of keep you guys entertained with what I'm doing. If you guys you know, want to see what I'm up to, and that's just kind of cool. I just like doing that in general, so that's that. As far as the Jaguar is concerned, that's sitting out there, needs a fuel pump, can't really move right now, and you know, how I'm gonna fix that outside of the shop is you know, is up for debate. I'm gonna figure out something, and we'll get that work done. Parts are on the way. The owner of that vehicle decided that he wanted to purchase his own parts for it. I've been calling the BMW the Nightmare BMW because of how much of a pain in the butt it's been to fix, and all the stuff that I've been breaking on it and all that kind of stuff. But yesterday my neighbor came by, and you know, I call him Junior, but my neighbor came by, and he gave me the news that his father had passed away yesterday. And I still have both my parents. Hell, I even have my grandparents, and every day I'm thankful for it. But the fact of the matter is, I don't know what it's like to lose somebody that close to you. You know, I don't know what it's like. But you know, there's no words. There's nothing really I can say except for I'll pray for him, I'll pull for him. You know, and you know, I'll be here to help him with whatever he needs to help him cope. I knew his father. He was a really good guy. Gentleman never had a frown on his face. The 3 years that I've been living here, the guy's just been really cool. Always had good stuff to say. He was just a really cool guy. His son's just as cool. You know, I like the fact that he is a straightforward guy, but he's always been really nice, and there's never been any issues. He brings all of his family's cars to me. You know, that's a big deal to me. You know, that shows that he trusts me a lot. And so I do the best I can on all of his vehicles, and I don't really charge him a whole lot. And I make sure that, you know, he's still riding. He's my neighbor. He's a cool guy, and you know, and people like that kind of deserve a break. But yeah, like I said, I don't claim to know what it's like to lose a family member that close. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fix his BMW absolutely free. The last thing he needs to do is worry about more costs, because he still has to bury his father. I mean, this is very recent. And he has a lot on his plate and a lot on his mind right now. And last thing he needs to do is worry about some crazy mechanic running after him for some money for fixing a BMW from a family member. That just goes to show what kind of guy he is as well. You know, this isn't even his car. It's like his sister's car or his niece's car. But any of its family members that you know, he wants to help out, he'll bring their cars to me so that I can fix them, because he's sure that I'm gonna fix it right, and I'm gonna be fair about the price. And because I don't have any overhead. I don't have any employees or anything like that. I do this because it's fun, and I do it because I like to know more about different types of cars. So you know, people will say that it's good to have like a to have a certain car to specialize in and all that kind of stuff, man. I like anything with 4 wheels and a motor, man, period. But yeah, you know, I don't want to ramble, but the bottom line basic thing of this video is to let you guys know that when somebody that you know, even that you don't know that well, passes away, or, you know, let alone a family member, which, you know, I can't even relate right now, but when somebody that you know passes away, somebody that you've conversated with, somebody that you've had interactions with passes away, it always does something, you know. It triggers something. For me, it does. It always makes me, you know, more aware of where I'm at in life. Makes me aware of what I'm doing with my life, and how short life can be. It can be extremely short. You know, don't take anything for granted. Get out there and, you know, accomplish something, do something. You'll feel better about it. Anything, you know. But I just kind of want to dedicate this video to Mr. Wilson, who is my neighbor, and Junior, who's my neighbor's son, who brings the car over, and just wish them all the best, and that, you know, and let them know that in front of everybody, in front of all of YouTube, and let them know that they don't have anything to worry about when it comes to this particular vehicle. I'm gonna fix this thing. I've already purchased the parts, and they're not gonna owe me a damn dime, not one. This is gonna be all on me, and I'm gonna make sure, you know, this guy's riding and has one less thing to worry about in his life. So that's it. That's what I'm saying. So, and that, I guess I'm gonna have to change the name of the Nightmare BMW. I'm thinking of naming it the free MW, because I'm gonna be doing this thing for free, and I'm happy to do it. I really am. I don't know what else to say at this point, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the vehicle. I don't know if I'm gonna incorporate this into the video, or if I'm gonna make this a separate thing. I have no idea. But yeah. So I don't mean to ramble, but I just want to kind of put that out there, and just at some point you got to stop being a businessman and stop being a you know, a mechanic, and sometimes you just got to be a human being, and just kind of have some compassion, and kind of, you know, do unto others that you would like have done unto you. So if I was in that kind of situation where I lost a family member, I'd like to have the least amount of stresses that I possibly can in order to go through my grieving process, and to get back on my feet at a pace that's comfortable, and a pace that is that's healthy, to get back into the swing of things in life, because losing somebody dramatically changes things a lot, you know. So yeah, so with that, the free MW is I'm gonna go ahead and start breaking down more stuff on that, and then you can see me go at it. So get my stuff together. See you in a bit. Oh, well guys, it's back. The Nightmare BMW has returned. And there it is. Again. Parked right here. Will not start. It overheated this time. That's right. The Nightmare BMW has returned, and now it's overheating. What could cause this? I have no idea. But it's pretty freaking frustrating. Sick of seeing this thing. But we do what we gotta do. So right now it just needs to cool down. It won't start, I think, because it's just hot. So I'm gonna let it cool down. I'm gonna drive it back in the shop, and we're gonna continue the nightmare that is the BMW. But I'm gonna see first. I'm gonna do a little work on this Mustang here. We're gonna check that first. I'm gonna see if I can't rip this thing out of here and get it to the side, and then pull the BMW up, then try to work on that. Hopefully get it fixed. before Monday, because I have yet, another BMW coming in Monday because it's having problems too. And that car down there, you see it's zombie weather right now. That Jaguar is also waiting to be fixed. So I got a lot to do. So no time to keep messing around. I'll see you in a little bit. Well guys, I ended up going to the store. Because this thing is, like I said, this thing's back. God damn it. And it seems like it's got some leaks in there. One of the other hoses that I was gonna send back, I may actually need it now. It looks like that one might be leaking, but I can't tell for sure, so I went and got this. I rented this from the auto parts store, and basically what this is a pressure tester. So I'm gonna go ahead and test the pressure on this thing and see what we got. Alright guys, so the first thing I did when starting this is first you grab the proper cap that works for your application. This one on there has a number on it. It has the number 5 on there. You can't really see it because this thing doesn't want to autofocus. But yeah, there's a number 5, like right there. And so if you have this same year BMW, which is a 04 325i automatic transmission with the mechanical fan, if you have that, then you're going to need the number 5. That's the one that fits on there. And once it's airtight, you can go ahead and pump this little thing here to the proper PSI, which I believe is around 14 pounds. And then you start searching for leaks. Well guys, I think I kind of found out the leak. And this is pretty funny. This is pretty damn epic, because I was pumping this thing and it wasn't getting any pressure, right? And I was wondering, man, then I started hearing leaking. But look at this. Check this out. When you pump this up, look at this. It's the coolant reservoir tank. It's just peeing everywhere. How did a hole get in the coolant reservoir tank? I have no earthly clue. I don't know how that happened. Look, it's just cracked and it's just peeing everywhere. So we're gonna change the tank. There are hoses. There's a hose underneath that's really wet. I don't know if it's because the tank leaked down there. I have no idea. But I do have a spare hose. It's one of the hoses that I was gonna take back. So I'm gonna go ahead and just change all that shit and just hopefully we'll be right again. All right. Okay guys, so I ran to the store, grabbed one of these things right here. This is a coolant reservoir tank for the BMW. 70 bucks at AutoZone. That's that. Of course I gotta take the old one out first. So let me do that. Alright guys, so after taking out every little bit of coolant in this thing and making a big stupid mess every friggin' where, I finally got the reservoir out. And with that, it comes with a new one of these, and this is the old one. But it goes in that little plug right down there where I have the new one sitting. I had to hurry up and throw the new one in there because coolant was coming out all over the place. And so I had to hurry up and throw the new one in there so it can block it up. So I guess when you get it, replace it. There's probably nothing wrong with it, but I'm replacing it. So yeah, that's it. Alright guys, sorry for not hitting the play button while I was putting in the this new reservoir right here. But as you can see, it is in. Hoses are connected, and I replaced that hose way down. It's like it's that hose right there. Follow it here. It goes to the bottom of the reservoir. And also the other reservoir, somebody broke that thing in there. I know that wasn't me. I know I didn't break that, but it was broken. But since we got a new reservoir, it came with a new one, so that's great. Replace all the sensors that come with it. This is the old sensor here, and I replaced it with this sensor right here, and that gets plugged up underneath. So I'm gonna go ahead and route that. I can't do it with one hand, so I'm gonna route that. I'm gonna put it in, and then I'm gonna fill it with coolant, and then I'm going to repressurize the system. Then I'm gonna fill it with coolant, and then I'm gonna repressurize the system and see what we got. So give me a second. Alright guys, I just kind of wanted to show you this piece right here that I just pulled off of the manifold. It's kind of like an actuator. It goes like this, and there's like a little rubber bladder in there. In order to test it, it's this hole up here. It's like a vacuum line or some sort of vacuum intake. So you put your thumb over that, and you turn the flap, and you put your finger over that hole, and if it holds it, which it's doing, then it's working. It's doing what it's supposed to do. So it's kind of holding it. It's definitely a pass. So that's working. Just thought I should give you that little tidbit of information. Back to work. Alright guys, so in case you wanted to know, I got down to, this is the ICV valve, and if you shake it, it should make that. It shouldn't really stick. That should be kind of flappy. And you can clean these up and make these, you know, you can keep them around. They don't tend to go bad very often. So I'm gonna keep this one because it sounds right. So I'm just gonna keep going. Just wanted to show you that while I was kind of working this thing out. So there you go. this point now. You can see this kind of sticking up in there, but I didn't want to like break it off, so I just kind of worked whatever I could work off, and I think I can work around this because you can see the bolts for the intake are just kind of right there. I'm thinking at this point, and I took the fuel rail off, and I think at this point I think I can work around the fuel rail. It's not completely detached from the fuel line. There's like a fitting on there that I can't really figure out, so I'm gonna actually see if I can get around that, see if I can't get the intake out, and then that'll give me a better shot at it. I'm gonna work around this thing. I'm gonna see if I can work the intake out. These hoses are gonna get changed, but I don't want to break them just yet because I want to make sure actually the other ones fit, they're the right ones, all that good stuff. So I'm not trying to break anything, nothing. So it's been a long process because I've been very, very careful. So what I'm gonna do now is that you see that there's junk in some of these little areas, like there's some gunk in that intake and stuff. So the idea is just to see if I can get this thing out of here. I'm probably gonna put a vacuum cleaner on here, and kind of get rid of all the nastiness that's in there. I'm gonna put just go and vacuum that out and see what I got. So I'm gonna keep moving and see you in a bit. Alright guys, I'm at the point of this thing where I have the intake manifold out. Here it is over here. It's a real pain in the butt because of all the hoses and stuff that's connected to it. Throttle body's out. It's actually really, really clean. The other side's a little dirty. I'll clean that out. I'll probably clean out the this little valve right there, and just generally clean stuff up around here. Yeah, just showing you. So here's where I think the leak is. You can see that little bit of green coolant right in there. I believe it's coming from this hose right here. But what I want to do is I do want to, since I haven't taken apart any coolant lines yet, what I want to do is I want to pressure test it one more time just to make sure that's where I'm getting my leak from. So yeah, I ended up taking the pressure tester back to the store. So I'm going to have to go back and get another one because I do want to test it just to ensure that it's that line before I take it off. Even though I do have all the parts here and I should just go ahead and take it, curiosity, I want to see it. I just want to make sure what I have is what's right before I open a bunch of stuff up, install them, and then they can't be returned. So I want to get there, I want to do that. The store's closed right now, so I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow. And I also have to take a trip to Harbor Freight. Might do a little Harbor Freight, just might do a little Harbor Freight tool haul thing. Maybe, depends on how much money I got after all this. So, yeah, I think I'm going to hang it up here for tonight, yes. Haven't really had any big problems with taking this thing apart. It was a kind of pain in the butt, but when you go in expecting a pain in the butt, it's not so bad, I guess. And, I'll see you guys next time, so peace out.